So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing, certainly up for this one. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
La formazione del Milan.
The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, the lone striker has to be prepared to do some of the work himself, but essentially he needs two of the three central midfielders to make runs beyond him and trust that the wide men can service the penalty box and make those link-up runs from out to in. He should get plenty of support with this setup.
So it's down to business here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the more productive players around, despite being a defender. When you look at his stats and see his contributions, you can realise how key a player he really is. And I suppose in many ways you can call him the perfect example of the modern fullback.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Basic. Now it's Dia. That's destined for the flank. He is through here. Tavares. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. For Ferran Torres. Tavares is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Not the most convincing of passes. That is good progress on the left. Akanji. That's going wide left. Marusic gets a foot in here. Cancellieri. And it's Messi. Milan are enjoying more and more possession, but very few chances up to now. No, that's been intercepted. Shifted it to the flank. Jimenez. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Shoots! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Lazio are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Messi. Milan currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. Robertson, and he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Shot, surely! He's got away with one there. Basic gets a good foot in there. Jimenez. Caicedo. Now that's a fine challenge.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Robertson. Played in by Robertson. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Marusic. Trossard. Taylor. Nuno Tavares. He's picked his way through. Messi. And it's Jimenez. Nicely spread. Rafael Leao. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Taylor. Jimenez getting forward. Hangs in a cross. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Profsgaard.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Hila. Profsgaard. Taylor. Knocks it out wide. Jimenez. Good ball, good take. Tries a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Basic. And it's Marusic. Profsgaard. And Tavares. Profsgaard. And here's Rafael Leao. He's had a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Profsgaard. And it's Rovella. Noslin. And it's Tavares. And no, he's seen through all of that. Oh, some astute defending there. Well, and we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Milan leading by 1 at the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Milan just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Milan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
That is very well defended. Now it's Dia, spread it left. Noslin in acres of space out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Jimenez. Out of play for a throw. Pinches it off him. Profsgaard gets over and intercepts. Taylor. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Basic. And it's Basic. Some resolute defending there. Messi. Rafael Leao. It's a good run down the right. Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Taylor. Messi wins the duel this time. Quality ball. Now it's Dia. Oh, good spread. Cancellieri. Nicely aimed pass. And he's quick to get rid. It's a throw-in. And it's Rovella. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Played out towards the right wing. Some good work on the right flank here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Dia. Engages and forces him off the ball. Basic. And Rovella. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Taylor.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Nuno Tavares. Hila. And it's Basic. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That is ended up in no man's land. It's a really well-measured ball.
That's going in strongly.
Jimenez. Just about up to 75 minutes. Robertson kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Referee has just said play on. Noslin. Distributed tidily. Milan preparing now to welcome the final whistle. He has found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Krogsgaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Krogsgaard does really well to win the ball there. Basic. Passing is crisp and sharp, and it's Marusic. Jimenez venturing down the left. Messi. Milan moments now away from seeing this one out.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Taylor. He's on it, can he get away? He's in a great position here. Rovella. And that's that. Milan have done the business, grasping what they saw as rightly theirs, maximum points. Well, how will we look back on that?
Milan really were great today. They
A warm welcome to you all on this rainy afternoon to what we hope will be an enthralling encounter. They may be a little soggy, but the supporters are in good voice, and you can tell just how much this matters to them. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon.
I think the wide players will be very important here, Peter. A lot is going to be asked of them.
Yeah, they've got a fair bit of work to get through.
Yeah, because they're going to have to cover the flanks on their own. They need to push up and establish some menace, some control, press from the front and act like auxiliary wingers, if you will, while also doing a fair bit of defending. And what's more, they're often expected to be the main supply routes in the side.
We're up and running then. And claimed it back swiftly. And he's found a way past. He's had it taken off him. Rafael Leao.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
He's on it, can he get away? Oh, that's fabulous. And he's in on... There's the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. He's going for goal! It's wide, but not by very much.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
He's having a hit! Goal! Palmer! A horrible blip. A moment they could well have done without.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting cut out like that.
Palmer make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Caicedo. Jimenez. Oh, such a clever touch. And that is expertly dealt with. That has been cut short. Ferran Torres. Rafael Leao. Great ball and he's in. Real chance! And that's a tidy finish. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Great vision. Can he latch on to this? It's a promising position. And the shot! Goal! Milan! and truly turned on its head. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Out towards the flank. Milan have scored 2 quick goals here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. He's got away. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he's managed to get rid. And he's got the beating of his man.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, it requires real discipline to defend this deep, and they are showing just such discipline. Rafael Leao. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Caicedo. Nicely spread. Very nicely done. Goes for a shot! Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Pinches it off him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lovely bit of skill. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, that's nice. Crosses it in. And he gets rid in a hurry. And he was alert to it. And that is the end of the first half. Milan have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. So we reach the halfway point.
I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Milan leading, but only just 2 on the scoreline. Back on the way then. Akanji. Robertson. Well, that's very disappointing, it has to be said. He's had it nicked away. Now he's off and running. Alexander-Arnold. Knocks it out wide. Oh, that's a key interception. foot in. Now it's Rafael Leao. Engages and forces him off the ball. Ferran Torres needing to deal. Tries one from range! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Defending of the desperate variety. Not the most convincing of passes. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Jimenez on a strong run here. Showing good feet. No way he was going to be out-muscled. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's having a pop! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Sostituzione per il Parma. Numero 41.
Palmer choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Rafael Leao is number 5 in the list of assists in the league this year. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That is a brilliant interception. And smartly reclaimed.
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Parma really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Rafael Leao, who's set up 1 goal so far. Ferran Torres. And he's forced to go back. And it's Caicedo. Into the last quarter of an hour. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rafael Leao plays it in. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
It's an inviting looking ball, that.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Well, that's an excellent interception. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Sostituzione per il Parma. Numero 9. Numero 29. Lasciano il campo per il numero 20.
I think he knew immediately that he got that one wrong. The wall did its job.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. Jimenez.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Once more, he proves rigid and robust. Rafael Leao! And it's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Milan have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And he's been shifted off it. That's the end. Milan come away having earned what they always set out to earn, the maximum complement of points. Rafael Leao claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
I think we're just about out of time, so many thanks to Jim, and a very good afternoon to you. So a warm welcome to all of you who join us on this snowy night for a game that could turn out to be a real wintertime treat. It is a hot ticket on a cold, cold night, and conditions will be testing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Nemanja Matic. He's a top-class defensive midfielder. He's physically dominant and is excellent at using those long legs to pinch the ball away with a clean tackle. He's a great anticipator of the game and just seems to be able to slot in wherever he's needed most, snuffing out opposition attacks before they can really get going.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And it's Kone. Kone has been caught there, it's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Messi. Spread it left. Oh, Red, nice interception. Now, what about a counter-attack? Robertson. Kone. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, super find. Oh, well played. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying.
He's going for goal! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves it. It's Matic! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Great defending, strong and determined. He's looking wide. Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type.
Sassuolo definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Just eases him off the ball. Caicedo. Caicedo is fouled. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Out towards the flank. And it's Jimenez. Quick look, then plays it in. Cleared away. He's had it taken off him. Unzola. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, perfectly measured that. Ferran Torres. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Can he latch on to this? Ferran Torres can get it clear. And he's had it nicked away. Goes for a shot! He's delivered all right! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Messi. Opts for safety. Alexander-Arnold. And Caicedo. That's going wide left. Jimenez. And he skips past his man. Nice control. Has a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's been hooked away. He's had a shot! No, just not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target. Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Turns back here, probably the best option. And back to the keeper. Akanji. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Here's Rafael Leao. Now it's Messi. And it's Jimenez. Jimenez. And it's played in.
Been there, done that, unfortunately.
Takes a shot! Garcia. Matic. And that brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Milan unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So, into the second half.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, just skips past his man. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Going for goal! Oh, he's hit the bar! Rafael Leao. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Jimenez. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Nzola. Now it's Kone. Messi. Robertson.
Sassuolo are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Milan still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Looking for options for movement. That's a good ball out wide. And that has put paid to that. He is starved of space and time. Milan can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's in plenty of space here. He's found the way through. Chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Things starting to look very comfortable. Can he finish? And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. (3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Alexander-Arnold. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Robertson. Matic. Berardi is in a really good position out wide. Rafael Leao. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Robertson does well to get it back. Kone. That has been slung wide. Quality ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Garcia. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Elects to cross. Diving header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Time for a change in personnel. Ferran Torres. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Koulibaly spots it and intercepts. Jimenez. And he cuts out the supply. Knocks it into space. Always goal side. Can he finish? It's a goal! His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. There's the whistle. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's got away, and he'll shoot here! Goal! Milan! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Milan make the perfect start. They are already ahead. He's found some... There's the shot! Matic. And now they can clear their lines. Knocks it out wide. Koulibaly. Berardi chasing after it. Ferran Torres. It's a really well-measured ball. And this is Messi. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Koulibaly did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Unzola! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Unzola clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Nicely spread. And here's Berardi. Nicely aimed pass. Played out towards the right wing. This looks promising.
Unzola really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Robertson. Robertson. That's very neat. And he's managed to get free. Nice interception, well timed. Milan already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Real chance! And he's following up! And a neat finish! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So they have it all to do again.
There's been a genuine flow to this game so far, but that might mark a major shift in momentum now.
Jimenez. Out of play for a throw. And it's Robertson. Ferran Torres. He's having a pop! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Garcia. And it's Matic. Koulibaly. Berardi is only bettered by one man in terms of assists this season. Now it's Nzola. Jimenez. Jimenez making good progress. Oh, that's nice. Berardi.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
He's in a great position here. Kone. And he's picked out the run. Garcia showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's a sharp pass. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Jimenez has found the net here, of course. Plays a sharp little ball here. Robertson. Jimenez. Jimenez really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. The most accurate pass. Kone. Now looking to orchestrate a counter, and he's worked it through. Now it's Nzola. He's in! Moshan, the finish! And that's a tidy finish. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
And that is indeed the final act. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So right back into the action.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that'll be a goal kick. Garcia. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And it's Matic. Now Muharemovic. Garcia. That is very well defended. He's on it, can he get away? Koulibaly. Over to the right flank. Now, can they get him away? And that could set him on his way. No, that's been intercepted. Kone engages and forces him off the ball. Rafael Leao is onto this. Kone. And it's Matic. Garcia. Matic. And it's Kone. Now Muharemovic. Koulibaly. And it's Berardi. He's picked his way through. Looking to play him in. Spread neatly. That is ended up in no man's land. Garcia. Foot in. Now it's Nzola. Tries to play it through. Out of play for a goal kick. Ferran Torres. Robertson. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, shooting chance! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
They want to be quick. And again! Harmlessly behind. Matic. Rafael Leao. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. That has not gone well. Matic. Muharemovic. Played out wide. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Good read, needed to be.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Alexander-Arnold. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Alexander-Arnold makes a move down the right. Matic. Milan now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Matic. Milan are running out of time to save themselves. Spread to the right. Rafael Leao. Ah, such a clever touch. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that
Ci
simple.
sarà un minuto di recupero.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And that will be the final act. And you can hear the analysis starting already, the intricate... Welcome one and all, we have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that.
And the shot! That's another chance! Goal! Udinese! The ideal start!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Udinese make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Nicked it back promptly. That looks a cracking ball. Real chance! Lacking in accuracy. Ferran Torres. Nicely spread. That is ended up in no man's land.
Alexander-Arnold.
That's really well manoeuvred. Sends it crossfield. Can he get it through? That looks a good ball through.
Alexander-Arnold.
Milan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And that was asking for too much. Rafael Leao. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's a sharp little ball here. Swings it across. Here comes the corner. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Milan
really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now.
And a chance! And that's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Oh, good spread. Jimenez scooting forward. Messi. Over to the right flank. And he's forced to go back. Kabasele. 30 minutes gone. Davis. Akanji producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Kabasele calmly anticipates. And he's managed to get free. And there's green grass ahead of him. Shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So it's down to business here. Just eases him off the ball. Akanji. And Alexander-Arnold. Rafael Leao. And it's Messi for Ferran Torres. That's cause for mild irritation. Kamara. He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Messi. And Messi! Oh, that was no routine save.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, there's the clearance. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Buxa. That is good alertness. That's destined for the flank. Quality ball. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And that's a throw-in. It's a pretty loose pass. Threads one in. Decent chance! Goal! Udinese! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
In with the challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Camera. What a throw in. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And here's Messi. He's on it. Can he get Rafael Leao? Oh, that's a key interception. Now that's well seen too. Buxa. Played out towards the right wing. And the return pass. Caicedo. Oh, this looks sharp. Messi. Camera.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Messi. Spread to the right. Davis. And claimed it back swiftly. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's neat. Space for him to turn and look. That's a lovely, neat pass. Foot in. A heavy challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Good ball, good take. And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Milan unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Davis. That has been cut short. Camera. Davis. And he's picked out the run. Messi. And it's Robertson. And Akanji. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. Messi. Messi's cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Milan still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Alexander-Arnold. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kabasele. Passing is crisp and sharp. Jimenez. Gets a good foot in there. And it's made its way to him. Played into space. He's found space here. It's out for a goal kick. Tries one from range. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Messi, distributed tidily. That's a sharp pass. Davis, spread out to the left. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Jimenez. It's a good run he's making out on the left.
That's alert and sharp and very well played. Might want to be careful there.
Robertson. This is promising. Good play on the left-hand side here. That's good play. Goes for a shot!
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Five minutes left on the clock. And we're underway. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Caicedo. Nicely aimed pass. Ferran Torres. There's the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Kabasele. Jimenez. Pass somewhat off target. Camera. That has not gone well. Now it's Rafael Leao. Nice bit of trickery. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, well played. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's Messi. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. It's gone for a throw-in. Neither side yet able to find the net. Out towards the flank. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Robertson with a definite fell there. He's got away. Ball swung in. Tries a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Caicedo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. Driving forward. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. He has found the way through. And it's gone back to the keeper. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Not the most accurate pass. Davis. And reclaimed it in a trice. Alexander-Arnold. Pass somewhat off target. Caicedo going forward. Cabasele. This is a promising build-up. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Rafael Leao powering forward here. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He's having a shot! Goal! Udinese! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Udinese are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, and he decides to cross it. And smartly reclaimed. Caicedo. And the finish! Now that is commitment to the cause. And he's there to clear it. And he'll shoot here! Now, who's going to be first to this? And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Buxa, spread it left.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Buxla.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Camera engages and forces him off the ball. Rafael Leao could move up a gear here. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, that's fabulous. And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Milan currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And we are back on the way.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Robertson. For Ferran Torres. Jimenez. That's good running with the ball. Alexander-Arnold, good purposeful running this. A lot of space ahead of him. And it's Robertson. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He is through here. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Plays it across. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Almost an hour gone. Looking to play him in. Flashes it across. Oh, that's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Udinese benefiting from an own goal. What